What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Smoke World. I'm your host, Stone. So sit back, go grab that stick, go grab a glass or whatever you're drinking. Let's sit back and have a conversation. You can follow me on Instagram at SmokeWorld50. Send those emails to SmokeWorld50@gmail.com. It's been a busy week, folks. I hope everyone's been staying safe, doing what they do best, relaxing, smoking, drinking, conversating. Just want to let you know some cigar news, some sad news. If you're a Nat Sherman lover, Nat Sherman is closing their doors. They sold the cigar company to a cigarette company back in 2017, and that company will not be dealing with premium cigars. They will strictly just be dealing with the cigarette industry. So Nat Sherman's Townhouse Smoke Shop, Smoke Lounge up in New York City will be closing its doors. These are the things that we're discussing today. We're going to be talking about cigar news, some of the items that's affecting the cigar business. Another tidbit of information going on out here. CAO, Bones. That's correct. General Cigar. CAO Bones cigar is out. If you haven't tried it, check it out. It's a pretty good smoke. Bones feature a 4-year-old Connecticut broadleaf wrapper over a Connecticut shade binder. A very good smoke. I enjoyed it. Talked to a few friends. Some varying opinions on the smoke, but for the most part, I personally enjoyed the smoke. So it's something to go check out. And again, if you're an Amazon Basin fan, General Cigars is claiming, again, for the fourth time, that the Amazon Basin, this is the last, and again, the last batch of the Amazon Basin. So if you're an Amazon Basin fan right now, I recommend that you stock up on those cigars. Again, I love that cigar, and I've been smoking cigars for a while, and I really couldn't say I had a favorite cigar, but I would have to say that Amazon Basin would be close to what I would call a favorite. And of course, would be my luck that obviously I'm picking a cigar that I won't be able to get in the near future. So if you're an Amazon Basin fan, again, go check them out. They're out, and they're claiming, they being General Cigars, that this is the last batch. Now, I understand folks are looking at me kind of sideways saying, Stone, how many times have they said that? Hey, don't look at me. I'm just telling you what they said. So go cop that. There's another great cigar in the market, if you haven't heard, the Los Coyotes cigar by Steve Zingale. I love the backstory on this. I guess I'm a little biased because each cigar sold, they actually send $1 to the fallen police officers or fallen firefighters. So this is, again, an excellent cause and an excellent cigar. Again, Los Coyotes cigars. If you haven't heard of it, you can look it up. Spelled LOSCAIDOS. The Los Coyotes cigars. You can find them online, and he's actually starting to make a presence in the brick and mortar. So again, the Los Coyotes cigars by Steve Zingale. Excellent cigar. A great backstory. So if you haven't heard of that cigar, go check that out. You'd be supporting a great cause. And actually, well, I'm not going to be able to say that right now. I think he shared that information in a confidential conversation. So, but Steve Zingale is a good brother. He's doing his thing. So go out and support that particular cigar, the Los Coyotes cigar. Oh, yeah, folks, while I'm thinking about this, too, I'll be recording my podcast live from the Lit Cigar Lounge, which is in Swedesboro, New Jersey, on Monday, August the 31st at 7 p.m. So, again, if you're not busy, come on out. We can do a meet and greet. Love to meet you. Again, I'll be recording Smoke World. I'll be recording it live at Lit Cigar Lounge, which is in Swedesboro, New Jersey, 617 Auburn Avenue, on Monday, August 31st at 7 p.m. Be a great time to sit back, smoke, have a drink, and again, have a conversation. That's what we do. I have a question in reference to podcasts. What makes one listen to a podcast? Number one, uh, what is it about that podcast that kind of catches your attention? Is it the artwork? I'm really curious to know because before I started this podcast, I can't say I was listening to a lot of podcasts. So I'm really curious to know, what kind of directs your path to the podcast. Obviously, content depends on your interests. I understand all that, but it's just so many podcasts out here. What kind of pushes you in the direction of you just taking a chance to listen to that particular podcast? Could it be the artwork, the design of the podcast advertising? I would love that question to be answered. So, you can send those emails to me at smokeworld50 at gmail.com. Again, that's smokeworld50 at gmail.com. What is it, again, that makes you listen to podcasts, and exactly what kind of stands out from one podcast to the next? It's a very interesting question. I'm just curious to know. So, again, feel free, email me up and let me know. Again, I'm trying to get an idea exactly what folks want to listen to. Again, we talk a little bit about everything. My next guest coming up in either the next episode will be an inside look on and behind the scenes in the Philadelphia Police Department with all the shootings that's been going on in the streets. We'll be taking a look. We'll be talking to a crime scene investigator who actually processes those scenes, who actually has to see all the blood and guts. Unfortunately, some of those folks don't make it. They're responsible for taking those pictures, fingerprints, processing that scene. So it's going to be an interesting podcast. We're going to be talking a real CSI, not the TV one, but the real deal. So stay tuned for that. I'll give you a heads up. But so in the next maybe 2 episodes or so, we'll have that guest on. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of the pop. Cut that out. Get on the mic and talk right, Stone. Damn. Can't get nothing together, son. Come on, man. Cut that nonsense out. Anyway, look. See? Just did it again. Cut that nonsense out. Yo, look, folks, about a week ago, we had a tornado down here in Delaware. And wow, did it do some damage. Actually, where I live at, several homes were condemned. This thing took off rooftops, back of people's homes. This was a very violent storm that came through. So my prayers go out to my neighbors that obviously now have to live in hotels and trying to make that adjustment with the COVID-19 going on. So it's a lot going on. Again, shout out to them. My prayers are going out to them. So, folks, like I said, we living in some stressful times, but, I'm a praying guy. That's what I do. I believe in the power of prayer. So, again, when you see your neighbor, your colleague, your sister or brother in the leaf, again, this is what we always talk about, this conversation, because you never know what folks are really going through. A lot of people may smile on the outside, but, on the inside, there are a lot of things that may be going on with them internally, whether it be personal, business, or work related. Just got a lot of stuff going on. So this is why I love the leaf, because, again, it gives you a little bit of an escape from this everyday thing called life, because life can be very stressful. But like I said, this too shall pass. So, folks, I kind of talked real crazy today. A little different from my normal podcast when I'm interviewing folks. I'm going to have to get used to this platform where I'm talking just by myself, because I'm not going to have a guest every week, people. You understand people's schedule. But I got to get familiar with this and just be able to sit back and have a conversation with you and me. That's what I'm going to have to do. That is what I will have to start doing, people. So as I get a little bit more familiar with doing this, basically like leaving a long voicemail on somebody's phone. I don't know why people do that, but there are some people who will leave a whole dissertation, conversation on a voicemail. Don't do that. Okay? Let me help you out. Don't do that. Leave your name, yo, such and such, call me back. That's it. Don't get on there and leave this whole 10-minute, fill up the voicemail, and the voicemail box is full. Nobody else can leave a message. So this is a podcast, so I can go ahead and do that. This is not a voicemail. You understand what I'm saying. If you don't, forget you then. Forget you. But you do. But it's raining today. Today is Sunday, August 16th. Shout out to my sister. Her birthday is today. Happy birthday, sis. Love you. Wish you many more. Still looking like a young girl. I'm just getting old for no reason. Wrinkles in my head, wrinkles in my face. Like my 11's coming up. If you're not sure what 11s are, it was this movie I saw back in the day. I can't remember what it was called, but these young kids would go around and see old people and say their 11s were up, which was like, I guess, the bones in the back of your neck. You had a skinny neck. And it was like, your 11s are up. They're not going to be around for a long time. I'm not saying my 11s are up in that sense, but I've been running. I think I am losing a little too much weight, looking a little skinny around the neck. My neck is looking real skinny, which may be a good thing. And these gray hairs, my beard, and my mustaches make me look like Pop. So, hey, it is what it is. We are getting old. Time goes forward, not backwards. Just remember that, people. God willing, yeah, you'll be thinking about back in the days. You'll be one of those people telling stories back in the day if you're blessed to live that long. So with that being said, people, thanks for listening. I appreciate you again. You can send those emails to smokeworld50@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram at smokeworld50. And look, until the next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Y'all take care. Peace.